Hey guys, it's Viewmasters Reactions, and we're back with episode 23, season 1 of Delicious in Dungeon. There is one episode left. I feel like this is the third time I have prepared for the finale, but this time I'm like 99% sure next week is the finale. Netflix itself only shows the next coming episode and the date it releases. When I saw Red Dragon 1, 2, 3, I thought Red Dragon 3 was the first of the finales. Then I feel like 6 episodes after that I thought it was, but now we are at the penultimate episode, episode 23. We are leading up to something awesome, but I also feel like there's going to be lots of cliffhangers in this show based on how much is unspoken at this point. If you hear squawking, my windows are open, it's extremely humid and hot, and there are birds in the trees because it has rained, and they are squawking like crazy. Coco is sitting over here, my cat, if you don't know, eyeing them all up like she wants to feast. But anywho, the way we ended the episode, well, first off, the episode last was Griffin / familiars. We find out that Marcel can make these little things called familiars, which are moldable into any shape that she wants within reason as far as size. But she makes 3 different types of birds. One, well, I wouldn't say birds, because at the end it was a dartfish? What the heck did she use at the end? A sunfish? Whatever the last one she made was called, I can't remember the name. She made it like a dart, and it darted through the Griffin, shot through the wing, killed the Griffin, well, with the help of Laios, because Laios jumped on top. Then Chilchuck was talking about, we don't know anything about Senshi. I think Senshi grew up in these dungeons, and at the very end, Senshi started telling us a story of how he was with a small mining group. One of them looked like it could be his father or his uncle, and he had the hat that Senshi now wears. That's where we're at right now, and we went to black. So I'm assuming, based on the name of the episode, I said, I guess we're eating Griffin next episode. And the episode is titled Griffin Soup / Dumplings, so we are going to eat the Griffin. But if you look at this, it's the Golden Castle. This is the starting scene of episode 23, and that's where Senshi ended it. And we are in the Golden Castle, but it looked like where we're at is faded and miserable, and let's just jump in. You guys want to see more of what I do? In the description of every video is a link for Patreon. You'll see these in full. If you're seeing it on YouTube, odds are we are done with the entire series. We will do season 2, which I hope becomes a thing. I don't know if it's renewed yet for season 2, but it is definitely leading there. So many things undiscovered. You want your own requested show or movie? There is a link in the description for Patreon where you can ask me to do so. That's how we get thousands of exclusives like Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest, Toriko, My Hero Academia, and Bleach, Jackie Chan movies every month. We're starting House of the Dragon, One Owner, The Shield, thousands. Full unedited. Check the description for the link. If not, season 1, episode 23, Delicious in Dungeon. He looks like he could be either Senshi's dad or uncle.
The real deal.
Unless he's just a dude.
Incredible.
Hey,
Are you sure you've got iron running through your veins like the rest of us? Don't push yourself.
no, I want gold too!
I was afraid to be left alone, so I lied. And to make matters worse, my normally ambitious party members started acting a bit too ambitious. Their eyes seemed to glow in the darkness.
Horrible.
It was like they were being drawn in by something. The nightmare began.
This huge bird-like thing came from out of nowhere. Then it killed poor
Bird-like
Tota.
thing, Griffin.
The fear finally snapped them out of their trance, but by then,
One was
we
dead.
didn't know how to find our way back. When we got thirsty, there'd be a spring. When we got tired, a room where we could rest would appear. One person even said a woman would try to seduce them from the shadows.
Oh my god.
Basically, at this point, we gotta eat or be eaten. You stay right here and make a detailed map of the area.
I mean, they're all dead, so I probably don't need to remember the names.
Move out!
Our days became a desperate search for food. Every time we fought it, we'd lose someone. Now, pressed for food, we were forced to eat our horse.
Why does it have such a grudge against us? Doesn't even seem like it's all that hungry.
Give
What's up
thanks
with this
for the meat
dude?
and
This dude is
provided
looking
lead-up.
scary. He's dead next.
You gave most of the food we had left to that good-for-nothing kid. He's only 36 and still growing. He needs all he can get.
So this dude's getting pissed that we're sharing rations. Brigand might try to kill him in his sleep. What if they've been killing each other?
Hungry. Surely I can eat these rocks.
Hey! You're hiding some food from us, aren't you? Stop it!
We've never seen the Griffin attack.
The yelling
What if they're
gradually
killing
got
each
more
other?
and more intense.
I think Brigand
What
killed.
happened
oh, no.
out there?
He had to kill
Where's
Brigand.
Brigand?
Enough questions. We both got attacked by the Griffin.
I think
I
Brigand.
managed to land the killing blow on it, but Brigand wasn't so lucky.
There was a dent in it that looked like he got struck with a blunt weapon.
Oh shit.
Let's start cooking that Griffin.
Gillen had a
The Griffin
giant
soup
dent.
was just meat boiled in water. The flavor itself was horrible due to the smell and
What if it's
toughness of
Brigand?
the
I
taking
didn't
my
see the
time to
Griffin.
finish
I
it.
still have not seen the Griffin, besides in their
Gillen said he needed to take a leak.
explanation. I literally think they
Never
might have just
walked
ate
back
Brigand.
through that door. I'd been left there, all alone. I rationed out the rest of the meat and closely studied all the maps I'd drawn up until then.
Is Gillen out there dead? Ooh.
There weren't any corpses. Some critters must have come by in search of food. I was captured by the orcs, and they confined me as a prisoner in their settlement for a while, in exchange for teaching them ancient Dwarvish. They taught me how to identify which mushrooms I could and couldn't eat.
We never saw Brigand die either, for that matter.
I
We just
managed to
assumed he
get
did.
back up to the surface. I lived around the dungeon and its shallower levels. It wasn't too long before the dungeon became connected to the town. I had so much anxiety over whether or not it was Griffin meat in that soup. I had all that time ago.
Yes.
All the monster meat I've eaten so far has never even come close to how it tasted. I'm afraid to finally learn the truth.
So he's thinking what I'm thinking.
Horrible.
You want to eat it?
It's the only way to tell.
You don't want to have all that in the back of your
Yeah,
head for
it's
the
the
rest
only
of
way
your
to
life,
tell
do
if you
you?
ate people
If
or
it's
not.
the same, you can relax. It's your call, Senshi.
Your whole life you've been wondering if you ate Griffin or people.
Let's do our best to recreate Senshi's soup. And we'll start by slicing off some meat. It killed them, but it didn't care about eating them. Oh, you mentioned you had a horse, right?
I don't think
I'll go boil
the
some
Griffin
water.
was attacking them.
Marcel and I mistook Fallon for a griffin, so Senshi's party could have been wrong too. Come to think of it, you said the orcs taught you how to differentiate mushrooms, right?
For Senshi's sake, I hope it tastes like he remembered, but I don't think it's got it. It doesn't even look the same.
This flavor, it's nothing at all like what I tasted back then.
He ate people.
Gillen wanted me to survive no matter what the cost, so...
What Senshi had eaten back then wasn't actually Griffin. And it definitely wasn't human.
Ah,
The monster that attacked them was a hippogriff. The one from back then must have been after Senshi's horse. It was either curious about it or was in heat. It
Gillen's
kicked so
head?
strong, it'd even dent metal. Let's compare this with the taste of some hippogriff meat.
where is a
Hey,
hippogriff?
wait a minute!
There's
In
one
this-
right under our noses! Previously, there's been sightings of them in this dungeon. The changelings. There's a related folktale that derives from your birthplace, Chilchuck. A child will go out to play in the woods and return looking like a troll version of themselves, but only recently discovered that it was because of these mushroom-shaped monsters. Any creature who steps into a ring of them will end up changing just a little bit.
Look at that. Oh shit, it really did.
It's totally different now.
It looks even tastier with the marbling.
A hippogriff soup. It's the taste. Is it the taste?
Senshi!
He's freaking out.
Well,
It's just... I've always dreamed of drinking the soup again one day. Thank you, everyone.
So Senshi didn't eat people.
Thank you. Once you want something from this place, it bears its fangs. The dungeon's sure to get even more ruthless towards you.
All right, we got our answer,
right.
but we still don't know
Now
what
that
happened
that's over,
to Gillen. Oh shit! Did all of them step through it?
Reason.
I'm dying.
what else could this be but food poisoning? How long did I sleep? I feel lighter. Guess
What
the
did he
food
change
poisoning
into?
passed. What's
Or
going
he's a
on?
dwarf? Is he a dwarf?
Oh, Marcel! Chill.
Chilchuck's a
Chilchuck, sir?
tall man.
From
Look
the
at
looks of it,
Senshi, that's
we accidentally
hilarious.
ended up stepping inside the changeling ring. I'm a dwarf now. Senshi is an elf. Marcel is a half-foot, and Izutsumi is...
It's a dog instead of a
dog.
cat.
I mean, she's probably a kobold. If we step inside the ring again, it might reverse, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, the path is different now.
Oh shit.
While we were trying to sleep, our bodies kept shaking.
Look at Senshi is sparkling.
My luggage feels so light.
This body's heavy and it feels like I'm engulfed in some kind of thick curtain.
This takes us deeper, huh?
We were trying to go back, but ended up moving forward anyway. I'm gonna guess that they didn't go through this door. I think they used a teleportation spell to leave.
I do sense magic flowing through it, although I'd need time, money, and tools to decipher it.
Miles, your stupid sword! There's something coming out of it!
Oh. Kensuke is actually.
We thank you, whether you're the winged lion or yawn!
God, it's gargoyles.
Oh, those are gargoyles! Gargoyles are moving stone statues. Hit them, and you're the one who will get hurt.
I'm just gonna stay out of the way.
You're tall now, dumbass! You need to fight too!
You gotta be joking!
It didn't even hit!
Wait, what happened? Is this mana sickness from one spell?
Oh.
This isn't good. The noise and smell of blood have her all wound up.
Oh my god.
If she attacks, she won't stop till one of them's dead. Why don't you have your pan?
Because it's heavy.
I love it.
It's fine. My sword and the pan are much lighter now. We gotta run for
You're
it.
stronger.
Senshi, you
but
take Marcel
slower.
and get through the door. Chilchuck, here. Use the pan lid. Start running.
I don't know how good our chances are of randomly running into
Yep,
more
these are
mushrooms
genuine
that
dwarven
change
ruins,
us.
all right.
I get hungry faster than before.
You say that, but I've never seen Amari start cooking full meals out of nowhere.
Put the filling on the flattened dough.
Oh, we're making dumplings.
Wrap.
It's ready.
Oh, it's the hippogriff. Hot as
Be
shit.
careful,
Yeah.
otherwise you'll burn yourself.
Oh,
Oh, you
thanks.
think?
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, this is good.
Every region and race makes their dumplings in completely different ways. But in the end, they're all still delicious. We're gonna make it work. Well, I guess that wraps everything up now.
It's basically a type of defensive point that the dwarves built. You didn't learn about this in school? Both sides battled in an arms race to make more advanced technology, which ended up being catastrophic. So they've limited technology use inside the dungeons. The conflict between races was especially intense within this dungeon.
If the elves happen to come after us, you'll be able to do something to fix it, right?
If anybody talks with the elves, it's him.
Yeah, Senshi's got to talk to the elves.
I shall do my best.
Oh. Was that it? What happened? Yeah, no, it definitely was the ending. All right, that was a weird way to end it. All right, everybody, so we went through the changeling circle of mushrooms and we all became different races. Laios is a dwarf. I feel like Marcel is a halfling or whatever. Like we all kind of became what the other was. So at first I thought Marcel was a dwarf too, but then I realized she is what Chilchuck is. I always forget what we call him. Not a halfling, but whatever. She is Chilchuck. Chilchuck is Laios. Senshi is Marcel, or at least race-wise. And Itsuzumi went from turning into a cat to turning into a dog, aka a kobold. I mean, I'm assuming, I said I hope we stay like this for an episode or two, because it is hilarious. It is funny seeing everybody as different races, learning what they're good at and what they are lacking at now. Chilchuck seems like the most depressed. Senshi seems the most thrilled about it. I do enjoy it because it's hilarious, but every time we see him, he is like over the top, like flamboyant and like sparkling, and flowers are flying around him and everything is just like sunshine and rainbows and glorious. I'm guessing it's just the complete opposite of what we were, because Senshi is always very like reserved and quiet and keeps to himself, and now he's like over the top. But Chilchuck is always like very down and out, and it seems like he stayed the same personality wise. Laios seems the same personality, like Marcel too for that matter. Everyone else seems like the same personality. So Senshi to go from one extreme to another, I mean, maybe that's what it's like to be an elf. At first I thought he was literally a woman because he was covering his chest and flowers and sparkly shininess was all around him. So I was like, oh, are they trying to be like Senshi turned into a woman? But no one else changed their sex. And he did have a mustache. So I guess that was the dead giveaway that he is a man because of the stash. But I thought like maybe in mixed genders or something like that. And he was like a woman and a man, or I don't know. Either way, it's not important. I just have to assume at this point, based on the fact next week is the finale, next week is the final episode, I can't imagine we finish out the season as these different people. My guess is early on the next episode that we come across the mushrooms again, turn back to what we originally were. But Laios did make a good point. Laios is like, we are still the same people inside. We just have to learn to adapt to these new, abilities or new traits, let's say. Like, I'm stronger, but I'm slower. I have to eat more because I'm stockier, and Chilchuck is got a heavier body because he's 2-3 times the size he was, so he's got to get used to having a heavier body. But at the same token, he should be stronger because he's got the bigger body, so it should kind of all factor in. Marcel, we could see, got tired and used up her mana instantly on one spell. We had the gargoyles chasing us down. That's a difficult foe to defeat because Laios is like with gargoyles, they're solid stone. You can't hit them. It hurts you more to hit them. So I'm guessing you got to blow them up because Marcel at one point did some sort of spell and tried to explode them. Or maybe did. I don't even know. All I know is at the end we had to run from them. And we did get more of Senshi's story. Found out that one by one, all of his people were killed. We never saw Gillen's body. I said this before, and this show is clever. Sometimes I just assume one thing is happening and go with it, but in this show, things have happened like that where I can't just assume things. So we didn't see Gillen die. We didn't really see anybody else die either. We kind of just saw a montage of them with their dead bodies, but it was being said. We didn't actually see them get attacked and dead, but I'm willing to bet that all of Senshi's people are dead except Gillen. We did eat the meat and found out it was the hippogriff, so we didn't eat people, because for a while there, I thought for sure what Senshi was thinking. I thought Gillen killed Briggan and then fed Briggan to Senshi to keep him alive. But then Gillen walked away and all we found was his helmet. We never found his body. Senshi even said, I'm just assuming the Griffin or the hippogriff took them away and ate them or some monster. I would not be surprised if we see Gillen again. Like maybe he got captured and attacked but lived. Because to not show his body and for us to just assume he died. Like I said, everybody else, we got a montage, and Briggan, Gillen told us Briggan died. So I would believe all of them are dead, but Gillen, I feel like, might still be out there somewhere. And then Senshi told us the whole tale. He made friends with the orcs, and he learned the ways of the dungeon, and blah, 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 blah. But I'm going to go edit this up. Fantastic episode. Also, the longest episode of the entire season so far. I imagine next week's might be even longer because it's the finale. But you guys want to see more of what I do? In the description of every episode is a link for Patreon. You'll see these in full, probably done with the entire series. We will do season 2 when it's all said and done. We just finished Shogun, X-Men 97, and Chucky Season 3. You want your own requested show or movie, there is a link in the description for Patreon. You can ask me to do so. That's how we get thousands of exclusives over there. Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest, My Hero Academia, Toriko, and Bleach, Jackie Chan movies every month. We're starting House of the Dragon this month. Winona Earp, The Shield. Check it out, full unedited everything. If not, comments down below. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.